imagine with me for a moment a world where every single person lived up to their full potential. A world where distractions didn't exist, where focus was as natural as breathing, and where everyone remembered exactly why they started their journey. Can you see it? Can you feel the energy, the passion, the drive? Our world, my friends, is not a fantasy. It's a possibility. And it starts right here, right now with you. You see, we live in a world that's constantly trying to pull us away from our purpose. It's a world that's designed to distract us, to make us forget why we started in the first place. But I'm here to tell you that you have the power to resist. You have the strength to stay focused. You have the ability to remember when was the last time you sat down and really thought about why you're doing what you're doing? When was the last time you reconnected with your purpose, your passion, your reason for getting up every morning? If you can't remember, then it's been too long. You see, purpose is not just some lofty idea. It's not just a nice concept to talk about at motivational seminars. Purpose is the fuel that drives you forward. It's the fire that keeps you going when everything else tells you to quit. It's the reason you started this journey in the first place. That's faith. Purpose alone is not enough. You need focus. You need discipline. You need the ability to say no to distractions and yes to your dreams. And that, my friends, is where many of us fall short. We live in a world of endless distractions. Every day, we're bombarded with notifications, alerts, and messages. We're constantly being pulled in 1,000 different directions. And in the midst of all this noise, it's easy to lose sight of what really matters. I'm here to tell you that it doesn't have to be this way. You don't have to be a victim of distraction. You don't have to let the world dictate your focus. You have the power to choose what you pay attention to. You have the ability to decide what deserves your time and energy. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, but you don't understand. My life is so busy. I have so many responsibilities. I can't just ignore everything and focus on my dreams. And to that, I say, I don't understand your specific situation. But what I do understand is the power of choice. You see, every single day, you make choices. You choose what time to wake up. You choose what to eat for breakfast. You choose how to spend your free time. And in each of these choices, you have the opportunity to align your actions with your purpose. Let me give you an example. Back in my day, we didn't have all these fancy gadgets and gizmos. We didn't have endless entertainment at our fingertips. But you know what? We still had distractions. We still had things that tried to pull us away from our purpose. The nature of the distractions may have changed, but the principle remains the same. I remember a young man I met years ago. He had a dream of becoming a great leader in his community. He had the passion, he had the vision, but he was constantly getting sidetracked. He would start projects and never finish them. He would make plans and never follow through. And do you know why? Because he had forgotten why. One day, I sat down with this young man and I asked him a simple question. Why do you want to be a leader? At first, he gave me all the usual answers. To make a difference, he said. To help people. But I pushed him further. I asked him to dig deeper. And you know what happened? He started, you see, this young man had grown up in a community that was struggling. He had seen firsthand the effects of poverty, of lack of education, of hopelessness. And deep down, he had made a promise to himself that he would do something about it. That was his why. That was his purpose. And somewhere along the way, he had forgotten it. Now, I want you to think about your own life. What's your why? What's the reason you started on this journey? What's the promise you made to yourself? Let me tell you something. When you reconnect with that purpose, when you remember why you started, suddenly all those distractions don't seem so important. But remembering your why is just the first step. The next step is to protect it. You need to guard your purpose like it's the most precious thing in the world. Because guess what? It is. Here's the truth. The world doesn't care about your dreams. The world doesn't care about your purpose. The world is designed to distract you, to pull you off course, to make you forget why you started. And if you're not careful, if you're not intentional, you'll find yourself 10, 20, 30 years down the road wondering what happened to all your dreams. So how do you protect your purpose? How do you stay focused in a world of distractions? Well, let me share with you 3 principles that have served me well over the years. Principle number 1, clarity of vision. You need to have a clear, vivid picture of where you're going. It's not enough to have a vague idea of what you want. You need to be able to see it, feel it, taste it. You need to be able to describe it in such detail that anyone listening can see it too. Back in my day, we used to talk about the power of visualization. We tell people to create vision boards, to write down their goals, to imagine themselves living their dream life. And you know, that principle still holds true today. In fact, it's even more important now than it was then. You see, when you have clarity of vision, when you can see exactly where you're going, suddenly the path becomes clear. Suddenly, you know exactly what you need to do to get there. And suddenly, all of those distractions that used to seem so important, they fade away into the background. Principle number. This is about making conscious choices that align with your purpose. It's about being deliberate in how you spend your time, your energy, your resources. It's about saying no to the good so you can say yes to the great. Now, I know this isn't easy. I know there are 1,000 things vying for your attention every single day. But here's the truth. You always have the power to decide what deserves your focus. Let me give you another example. Back in my day, we didn't have all these fancy productivity apps and time management tools. We had to rely on good old-fashioned discipline. And you know what? It worked. Because at the end of the day, all these tools are just that. Tools. They can help, but they can't do the work for you. You still need to make the choice to focus. I remember meeting a young woman who was trying to start her own business. She had a great idea. She had the skills, but she was struggling to make progress. When I asked her why, she gave me a litany of excuses. I don't have enough time. She said, I'm too busy with other things. So I asked her to keep a time log for a week, to write down everything she did, every 15 minutes for 7 days straight. And you know what we discovered? She was spending hours every day on activities that weren't moving her closer to her goals. She was living reactively, not proactively. Once she saw this, everything changed. She started making intentional choices about how she spent her time. She started saying no to things that didn't align with her purpose. And within a few months, her business was off the ground and thriving. You see, intentional living is about taking control of your life. It's about making choices that reflect your values, your goals, your purpose. It's about being the author of your own story, not just a character in someone else's. That brings in action. Vision without action is just a daydream. Intention without follow-through is just a good idea. If you want to achieve your goals, if you want to live your purpose, you need to take consistent, persistent action. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, but I've tried. I've taken action before and it didn't work. And to that I say, good. You've learned something. You've eliminated one way it doesn't work. Now you're one step closer to finding the way that does. You see, success is not about avoiding failure. It's about persisting through failure. It's about getting up one more time than you fall down. It's about taking consistent action day after day, week after week, year after year until you achieve your goals. I remember a young man I met who wanted to become a professional athlete. He had the talent, he had the passion, but he wasn't seeing the results he wanted. When I asked him about his training routine, he told me he practiced whenever he felt. Now, can you see the problem with this approach? Motivation is fickle. It comes and goes. If you only take action when you feel motivated, you'll never achieve consistent results. So I challenged this young man to commit to a consistent training schedule. Rain or shine, feeling motivated or not, he was to show up and put in the work. And you know what happened? Within a year, he had improved more than he had in the previous 3 years combined. You see, consistent action creates momentum. It builds habits. It develops skills. And over time, it leads to results. But here's the key. You need to focus on the process, not just the outcome. You need to fall in love with the daily grind, with the small actions that move you closer to your goals. Now, I want you to think about your own life. Are you taking consistent action towards your goals? Are you showing up every day, putting in the work, even when you don't feel like it? Because if you're not, you're leaving your success up to chance. But here's the beautiful thing, principles: clarity of vision, intentional living, and consistent action. Something magical happens. Suddenly, those distractions that used to derail you, they lose their power. Suddenly, that purpose that you had forgotten, it becomes crystal clear. And suddenly, those goals that seemed impossible, they start to become reality. You see, success is not an accident. It's not a matter of luck. It's not about being in the right place at the right time. Success is a result of clear intention and deliberate action. It's about knowing exactly what you want, making choices that align with that vision, and taking consistent action to make it happen. Now, I know this isn't easy. No, there will be days when you feel like giving up, days when the distractions seem overwhelming, days when you forget why you started in the first place, and that's okay. That's normal. That's part of the journey. But in those moments, I want you to remember this. You are capable of more than you know. You have strengths that you haven't even discovered yet. You have potential that's just waiting to be unleashed. And the only thing standing between you and your dreams is your willingness to stay focused and keep moving forward. So I want to challenge you. Right here, right now, I want you to make a commitment to yourself, a commitment to remember why you started, a commitment to stay focused on your goals, a commitment to take consistent action day in and day out until you achieve what you set out to do. Here's the truth. The world needs you. The world needs your gifts, your talents, your unique perspective. The world needs you to live out your purpose, to fulfill your potential, to become everything you were created to be. And you know what? You need it too. You need to know that you gave it your all, that you didn't let distractions hold you back, that you didn't give up when things got tough, that you remembered why you started and saw it through to the end. What's the reason you get up in the morning? What's the dream that keeps you going when everything else tells you to quit? Take a moment right now and reconnect with that purpose. Feel it. Embrace it. Let it fill you with energy and determination. And then, armed with that purpose, I want you to look at your life. Look at how you're spending your time, your energy, your resources. Are your actions aligned with your purpose? Are you making choices that move you closer to your goals? If not, what needs to change? Hey, remember, you have the power to choose. You have the power to focus. You have the power to take action. And when you combine that power with a clear vision and unwavering determination, there's nothing you can't achieve. Stop being distracted. Remember why you started. And then, my friends, go out there and make it happen. The world is waiting for you to step into your greatness. The world is waiting for you to live out your purpose. And the world is waiting for you to become everything you were created to be. Don't let distractions hold you back any longer. Don't let the noise of the world drown out the voice of your purpose. Don't let another day go by without taking action towards your dreams. Because your time is now. Your moment is here. And your purpose is calling. You see, success leaves clues. And one of the biggest clues is this, is successful people know how to focus. They know how to tune out the distractions and tune into their purpose. They know how to stay committed to their goals even when the going gets tough. And you know what? You can do that too. You have that same power within you. You have the ability to focus, to stay committed, to achieve great things. But it starts with a choice. It starts with a decision to stop letting distractions control your life and start taking control of yourself. Now, I want you to imagine something with me. Imagine waking up every morning with a clear sense of purpose. Imagine knowing exactly what you need to do to move closer to your goals. Imagine having the focus and determination to follow through no matter. Can you see it? Can you feel it? That's the life that's waiting for you. That's the potential that's inside of you. And all you need to do to unlock it is to make a commitment. A commitment to yourself. A commitment to your dreams. A commitment to your purpose. Here's the truth. Your purpose is not just about you. It's about the impact you can have on the world. It's about the lives you can touch, the changes you can make, the difference you can create. And when you lose sight of that, when you let distractions pull you away from your purpose, you're not just letting yourself down. You're letting down all of the people who could have been impacted by your work. So I want you to think about that. Think about the ripple effect of your actions. Think about how staying focused on your goals doesn't just benefit you, but benefits everyone around you. Think about how achieving your dreams can inspire others to achieve theirs. You see, when you stay focused, when you remember why you started, you become a beacon of hope for others. You become living proof that it's possible to overcome distractions, to stay committed to your purpose, to achieve great things. And let me tell you something. The world needs more beacons of hope. The world needs more people who are willing to stay focused on their goals, no matter what. The world needs more people who are committed to making a difference. So here's my challenge to you. From this day forward, make a commitment to yourself. A commitment to stay focused on your goals. A commitment to remember why you started. A commitment to take consistent action towards your dreams. And when distractions come, and they will come, I want you to pause, take a deep breath and ask yourself this question. Is this moving me closer to my goals or further away? If it's moving you closer, embrace it. If it's moving you further away, have the courage to say no. Remember, every time you say no to something that doesn't align with your purpose, you're saying yes to your dreams. Every time you choose to focus instead of getting distracted, you're taking a step closer to your goals. Every time you take action, no matter how small, you're building momentum towards success. As you beautiful thing, as you start to do this, as you start to live with this level of focus and intention, you'll notice something amazing happening. The distractions that used to seem so compelling, they start to lose their power. The goals that used to seem so far away, they start. You see, focus is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And as it gets stronger, you become more resilient to distractions. You become more committed to your purpose. You become more capable of achieving great things. So I want you to start exercising that focus muscle right now. I want you to make a commitment to yourself right here, right now. A commitment to stay focused on your goals. A commitment to remember why you started. A commitment to take consistent action towards your dreams. Here's the truth. You have greatness inside of you. You have the potential to achieve amazing things. You have the power to make a real difference in the world. But that greatness, that potential, that power, it can only be unleashed when that greatness, that potential, that power, it can only be unleashed when you choose to focus, when you choose to stay committed to your purpose, when you choose to take consistent action towards your goals. Now, I want you to think about areas in your life where you've been letting distractions hold you back. Maybe it's in your career. Maybe it's in your relationships. Maybe it's in your personal growth. Whatever it is, I want you to identify it right now. And then I want you to make a decision. A decision to reclaim your focus. A decision to recommit to your purpose. A decision to start taking action starting today. You see, the journey to success is not always easy. There will be obstacles. There will be setbacks. There will be times when you feel like giving up. But it's in those moments that your commitment to your purpose will be tested. It's in those moments that your ability to stay focused will make all the difference. I remember a time in my own life when I faced a major setback. Everything I had worked for seemed to be falling apart. The temptation to give up, to let go of my dreams was overwhelming. But in that moment, I chose to remember why I started. I chose to focus on my purpose, not my problems. And that decision made all the difference. You see, when you're clear about your mind, when you're connected to your purpose, you develop a resilience that can weather any storm. You develop a focus that can cut through any distraction. You develop a determination that can overcome any obstacle. And that's what I want for you. I want you to develop that level of clarity, that level of focus, that level of determination. Because when you do, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but what if I don't know my purpose? What if I'm not sure what I'm meant to do? And to that, I say, your purpose is not something you find. It's something you choose. Your purpose is simply the way you choose to make a difference in the world. It's the unique combination of your passions, your skills, and the needs you see around you. And the beautiful thing is, you get to decide what that looks like. So if you're not clear on your purpose, I want you to take some time to reflect. What are you passionate about? What skills do you have? What needs do you see in the world around you? When you start to answer these questions, you'll begin to see the outlines of your purpose emerge. And once you have that clarity, once you know what you're working towards, staying focused becomes so much easier. Because now you're not just avoiding distractions. You're moving towards something meaningful. You're working towards a vision that excites you, that motivates you, that gives your life meaning and direction. But here's the keys. Your purpose isn't just some lofty idea. It's not just a nice concept to think about. Your purpose should be the driving force behind your daily actions. It should inform the choices you make, the goals you set, the way you spend your time. So I want you to think about how you can align your daily actions with your larger purpose. How can you make choices today that move you closer to your goals? How can you use your time in a way that reflects your values and priorities? Remember, success is not about making one big decision. It's about making 1,000 small decisions, day after day, that all point in the same direction. It's about consistently choosing focus over distraction, purpose over aimlessness, action over inaction. And yes, there will be times when you slip up. There will be days when the distractions seem overwhelming. There will be moments when you lose sight of why you started. The key is not to be perfect. The key is to be persistent, to keep coming back to your purpose, to keep choosing focus over distraction, to keep taking action even when it's hard. Every time you choose focus over distraction, you're building momentum. Every time you take action towards your goals, you're creating progress. And over time, that momentum, that progress adds up to something incredible. Think about it like this. Man, improve just one every day. In a year, you'd be 37 times better than when you started. That's the power of consistent, focused action. That's the power of staying committed to your purpose. So I want you to start thinking about your life in terms of daily improvements. What's one small thing you can do today to move closer to your goals? What's one way you can choose focus over distraction? Hey, what's one action you can take that aligns with your purpose? And then I want you to do it not tomorrow, not when you feel more motivated, not when the conditions are perfect, but right now, today, because the truth is there's never going to be a perfect time to start. The perfect time is always now. You see, success is not about waiting for the right moment. It's about creating the right moment. It's about choosing to take action, choosing to stay focused, choosing to remember why you started, regardless of what's happening around. And as you do this, as you start to live with this level of intention and focus, you'll notice something amazing happening. The distractions that used to derail you, they start to lose their power. The goals that used to seem impossible, they start to feel within reach. The purpose that you've been pursuing, but it all starts with a choice. Your choice. So I want you to make that choice. Choose to remember why you started. Choose to stay focused on your goals. Choose to take action towards your dreams. Because when you do, you're not just changing your own life. You're changing the world around you. You're becoming an example of what's possible when someone stays committed to their purpose. You're inspiring others to pursue their dreams. You're creating a ripple effect of positive change that extends far beyond yourself. And isn't that what it's all about? Isn't that why we're here? To make a difference, to leave the world a little better than we found it, to become the best version of ourselves so we can help others do the same. That's the power of staying focused on your purpose. That's the power of remembering why you started. That's the power of choosing action over distraction. Day after day, week after week, year after year. So I challenge you. Don't let another day go by without taking action towards your dreams. Don't let another moment pass without reconnecting with your purpose. Don't let another opportunity slip away because you were distracted by things that don't really matter. Instead, choose focus. Choose purpose. Choose action. Because when you do, you're choosing to live a life of meaning. You're choosing to make a difference. You're choosing to become the person you were always meant to be. And that, my friends, is what true success is all about. So go out there and make it happen. The world is waiting for you to step into your greatness. The world is waiting for you to live out your purpose. The world is waiting for you to become everything you were created to be. Remember why you started. Stay focused on your goals. Take consistent action toward your dreams. And watch as the world around you transforms. One focused action at a time. The future belongs to those who can stay focused in a world of distractions. And I believe that future belongs to you. So go out there and claim it. Your time is now. Your moment is here. Your purpose is calling. Answer it. Embrace it. Live it. Because when you do, there's no limit to what you can achieve.